Good afternoon. Welcome to the kickoff of Memorial Presbyterian Church's 2025-2026 Vespers season. My name is Dastick, and I am the Director of Music and Arts here at Memorial. I'm so glad to see so many of you with us this afternoon for The Ancient Elements, performed by baritone Benton DeGroot and pianist McMichael. This season, as part of our Vespers series, we are excited to share new and innovative compositions and exploration through song, and this Vesper recital is no exception. You may note the second song cycle, Ancient Elements, composed by McMichael, was commissioned by the DeGroot family for performance at the Masters of Music recital for Benton DeGroot from the University of Michigan School of Music, Theater, and Dance on April 17th of 2020. After the conclusion of the first set, Earth and Air and Rain, Benton and Catherine will take a brief 5-minute intermission before they begin Ancient Elements. You can read more about each of the sets being performed today in the program notes, as well as more about Benton and Catherine and their musical journeys in your program. Now, please join me in welcoming Benton DeGroot and McMichael.
First, I want to thank everybody so much for being here today. As you heard, the second set was commissioned for what was set to be my master's recital in April of 2020, and we all know what happened then. So here we are some 5 years and some odd months later, and I'm very happy to be presenting this music to you all. There is a lot of text in the Finzi and a lot of Old English text because it is Thomas Hardy. If you would like to look up the text to read while I am performing, I believe it is available for free on leader.net if you just search Earth and Air and Rain by Finzi. That should be available for you. There are so many wonderful things in this set, and there are a few things that I want to ask you to listen for. There's a lot of interplay between the piano and the voice and passing of themes back and forth. Namely, there are, I guess, many different moments. I'm losing them all right now, but you'll hear lots of themes echoed when I sing them and Catherine then plays them after. But in the Phantom, she actually leads them in, and I come in sort of interposed over her melody. And there are many little things like that that I think are just so wonderful in the way that he has put these texts to music. So please take your time and enjoy Finzi's Earth and Air and Rain.
Summer calls again her little fifers to these hills. We too, to that arched plain of leafage, where they prime their bills, before they start to flood the plains with quavers, minions, and trills. We'll go, I sing, but who shall say what may not chance before that day? Shall see the water spring through cheeks the scrubby copses crown, and we shall trace their uncreeping to where the cascade tumbles down, and sends the bobbing growths a swing, and ferns not quite but almost drown. I set out for Lyonnesse, 100 miles away, the Rhine was on the spray, and starlight lit my lonesomeness. When I set out for Lyonnesse, 100 miles away. What would be chance at Lyonnesse while I should sojourn there? No prophet durst declare, nor did the wisest wizard guess. What would be chance at Lyonnesse while I should sojourn there? When I came back from Lyonnesse with magic in my eye, all marked with mute surmise, my radiance rare and fathomless. When I came back from Lyonnesse with magic in my eyes. A star looks down at me and says, "Here I and you stand, each in our degree. What do you mean to do? Mean to do?" I say, for all I know, wait and let time go by, till my change come. Just so the star says, so mean I, so mean I. the ways of a man I know. He comes and stands in a careworn craze and looks at the sands and the seaward haze with moveless hands and face and gaze. Then turns to go. And what does he see when he gazes so? They say he sees as an instant thing, more clear than today, a sweet soft scene that once was in play by that briny green. Yes, notes always, warm, real, and keen, what is back is phantom of his own figurine. Of this vision of his, they might say more, not only there does he see this sight, but everywhere in his brain, day, night, as if on the air it would run rose bright. Yea, far from that shore does he carry this vision of heretofore. A ghost girl rider, and though toil tried he withers daily, time touches her not, as she still rides gaily in his rapt thought on that jagged and shady Atlantic spot. And as when first night draws rain and sings to the swing of the tide, simple was I, and was young, kept no gallant tryst I, even from good words held my tongue, croniam tu fecist I. Through my youth I stirred me not, high adventure missed I, left the shining shrines unsought, yet mededuxist I. At my start by Helicon, love nor little wist I, worldly less but footed on. Why? Messusche pist I. When I failed at fervid rhymes, shall I sad persist I? Dies, I would add at times, meos posuist I. So I have fed through many sons, parsons practice what they preach, then Boney he'll come pouncing down and march his men on London town. Rollicum-Rorum, tollolorum, rollicum-rorum, tollole, rollicum-rorum, tollolorum, rollicum-rorum, tollole. Scarce and rogues are only found in chains, then Boney he'll come pouncing down and march his men on London town. Rollicum-Rorum, tollolorum, rollicum-rorum, tollole, rollicum-rorum, tollolorum, rollicum-rorum, tollole. When rich men find their wealth a curse and fill therewith a poor man's purse, then Boney he'll come pouncing down and march his men on London town. Rollicum-Rorum, tollolorum, rollicum-rorum, tollole, rollicum-rorum, tollolorum, rollicum-rorum, tollole. When husbands with their wives agree and maids won't wed from modesty, then Boney he'll come pouncing down and march his men on London town. Rollicum-Rorum, tollolorum, rollicum-rorum, tollole, rollicum-rorum, tollolorum, rollicum-rorum, tollole. say, and who was he? Yes, Lizbie Browne. A spirit passed before my face. The hair of my flesh stood up. And the spirit said, I can make the clock of the years go backward, but am loath to stop it where you will. And I cried, agree to that, proceed. It's better than dead. He answered peace and called her up as last before me. Then younger she grew to the year I first had known her woman grown, and I cried, cease, thus far is good. It is enough, let her stay thus always. But alas for me, he shook his head. No stop was there, and she reigned child fair, and to babyhood. Stillness in me to my great sorrow became she slowly, and smalled till she was not at all in his checkless grave. And it was as if she had never been. Better I played she were dead as before. The memory of her had lived in me, ease, without jolt or bound, or ache like ours. If the living could but hear what is heard by my roots as they creep round the restful flock, and the things said there, no one would weep. Now set among the wise, they say, enlarged in scope, that no God trumpet us to rise, we truly hope. I listened to his strange tale in the mood that stillness brings, and I grew to accept as the day wore pale that view of things. Thrushes sing as the sun is going, and the finches whistle in ones and pairs, and as it gets dark, loud nightingales in bushes pipe as they can when April wears, as though all time were theirs. These are brand new birds of 12 months growing, which a year ago were less than twain. No finches were, nor nightingales, nor thrushes, but only particles of grain and earth and air.
Hi, everyone. I'm Catherine, and I'm delighted that Benton and I are finally performing Ancient Elements. I only wrote it 6 years ago. I think this is the longest gap between composition and realization. But it was supposed to be performed in April of 2020, and of course, we all hit a brick wall. Most of what it's about is in your program notes, and I just love the way these ancient elements continue to kind of be part of our ethos, you know, when we think about things. I mean, we're so scientific and we're so smart, but it still kind of boils down to earth and water and fire and air and space, you know. That's really all there is. And all the rest is just scribbling and bibbling, right? You know. It's an interesting project when you're asked to write a choral piece, because for an instrumental piece, well, okay, I ask my instrumentalists their favorite notes, their favorite range, you know, their level, whatever. But for a singer, they need words. They can't just go tra-la-la-la-la. And that's actually some of the most fun part of writing a choral piece, is finding the words, because until I've got the words, I don't really know what I'm going to write, even though I know what it's going to be about. And so, unfortunately, you don't have the text, and I wish I could make it accessible to you, but Benton's got pretty darn good diction, so hopefully you can understand what he's saying. But I found words from lots of different sources, from the Quran, from astronauts, from Time magazine reporters. You know, the words propel the music, at least for this piece they do. And so I hope you enjoy Ancient Elements and get in touch with your primal self during this piece.
upon our fields and gardens, flow to rivers and to streams. So we call upon the waters to show the way. If there's magic on a planet, it is contained in thee. We call upon the waters. We call upon the waters. We call upon the waters that ring the earth. Roll on, dark ocean, 10,000 fleets sweep over thee in vain. Man marks the earth with ruin, but he's controlling at the shore. So we call upon the waters to show the way. If there's magic on a planet, it is contained in thee. We call upon the waters. We call upon the waters. We call upon the waters that ring the earth. This is what the birth of a revolution looks like. A student stands before a tank. A fruit seller sets himself on fire. A line of monks link arms in a human chain. Crowd surge, shots fire, gusts of rage pull down monuments of tyrants, monuments of tyrants. Space where substance and emptiness overlap, where past and future create an endless loop. There are signs that no one has ever heard. There are chords that no one has ever heard. Beyond the edge of the world, there is space. No matter how fast our ships can go, space is very big. No matter how fast our ships can go, space is very big. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts that our food specialists insist on giving us the same number of chocolate, vanilla, and butterscotch puddings when the laws of physics dictate. Chocolate will disappear much faster. No one gets a craving for vanilla out in space.